You think you know Japan? Tokyo's neon, Kyoto's temples, bullet trains, sushi, but that's just the surface. Beyond the postcards lies a hidden Japan, a place of ancient forests, remote villages, and secret shrines. Today, we're leaving the tourist trail behind. Imagine wandering misty mountain paths, discovering legends whispered by the trees. We'll meet the keepers of old traditions and explore places time forgot. This is an invitation to real adventure, raw, unfiltered, unforgettable. We're trading city lights for sacred groves, museums for living history. The true Japan rewards curiosity and an open mind. Ready to step off the beaten path? Let's go. The journey into hidden Japan begins now. There's magic and secrets. They spark our curiosity. Japan's geography, mountains, islands, forests, naturally hides pockets of tradition. Here, beauty is subtle, found in quiet moments and details. Some places are kept private, preserved from mass tourism. Discovering these spots isn't about exclusion, it's about authenticity. When you stumble on a secluded shrine, you're not just a tourist, you're an explorer. The real Japan waits in the quiet corners, calling to those who seek the unknown. This journey is about feeling, not just seeing. Once you hear the call of hidden Japan, it's impossible to ignore. Japan's soul isn't found in sushi or temples alone, it's woven from history, legends, and the belief that nature is sacred. Every hidden spot tells a story. An abandoned railway, a family workshop, a forgotten castle. These places are living chronicles, holding memories and traditions. To unlock the soul of Japan, ask why. Why is this waterfall sacred? What legend haunts this rock? The answers transform a visit into a profound experience. We'll seek out these stories, talking to locals and learning about the spirits believed to inhabit the land. This is how you truly connect, not just by seeing, but by understanding. The heart of Japan lies beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Let's dig deeper. Get ready for a sensory journey. Smell the forest after rain, hear monks chanting, taste tea in a mountain village. We'll travel from mossy forests to rugged coasts, from rural hamlets to forgotten city corners. Each stop reveals a new facet of hidden Japan. Spiritual, industrial, natural. This isn't just a list of secret spots, it's an invitation to explore with curiosity. Imagine yourself walking these paths, feeling the pulse of the land. The goal: ignite your own spirit of discovery. Clear your mind of cliches. Japan's real magic is about to unfold. The doors to hidden Japan are opening. Let's begin the adventure. Our first stop, Aokigahara, the Sea of Trees at Mount Fuji's base. This forest is a labyrinth of volcanic rock and ancient roots, shrouded in silence. Sunlight barely penetrates, step off the path and the world vanishes. The ground, born from an ancient eruption, is tough and untamed. Compasses falter here. The forest feels both physically and spiritually disorienting. Legends of spirits and ghosts linger, but so does a raw, haunting beauty. Hidden ice caves and wind caves reveal nature's power and fragility. The silence forces you to listen, not with ears but with your soul. Aokigahara is a living entity, a place of contrasts, life and decay, beauty and sorrow. We're here to understand its power, not dwell on its darkness. This is wild Japan at its most mysterious. Next, we ascend to Kamakochi in the northern Alps, where the gods descended. This high valley, preserved and pristine, is accessible only by special transport. The air is electric, the Azusa River impossibly clear. Beyond the crowds, we follow the river to hidden shrines nestled among ancient trees. These humble altars, weathered by time, are active places of worship. Here, nature and spirituality merge. Shinto belief alive in the mist and mountains. The scale of the peaks humbles you, reminding you of your place in the world. Visiting these shrines is an invitation to pause, breathe, and connect with something timeless. In Kamakochi, nature and spirit are inseparable. Walk in the footsteps of the gods, it's an experience you'll never forget. Everyone has seen the pictures of Shirakawa-go, the famous village with its iconic Gasho Zukuri farmhouses, their steep thatched roofs designed to withstand heavy snow. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's beautiful, but it can also be packed with tourists. So, we're going to a place that shares the same UNESCO designation but sees only a fraction of the visitors. We're heading deeper into the mountains, to the remote region of Gokayama. This isn't one village, it's a collection of small scattered hamlets, the most famous of which are Ainokura and Suganuma. Getting here feels like you've discovered a secret. The journey itself is part of the magic. The roads twist and turn, plunging through dark tunnels and emerging into breathtaking valleys. When you finally arrive in Ainokura, it feels like you've stepped back in time 300 years. There are only about 20 Gasho Zukuri houses here, clustered together on a small plateau, surrounded by dense forest and terraced fields. Unlike the more polished Shirakawa-go, Gokayama feels more rugged, more lived in. You see villagers tending their gardens, smoke curling from chimneys, and laundry hanging out to dry. It's not a museum piece. It's a living, breathing community that has held onto its traditions against all odds. Life in these isolated villages was incredibly tough. For centuries, they were cut off from the rest of the world during the long, harsh winters. To survive, the villagers developed unique industries, like the production of washi paper and saltpeter, a key ingredient for gunpowder. This history is still alive in the villages. You can visit small, family-run workshops and see how these ancient crafts are still practiced. The houses themselves are marvels of folk engineering. Built without a single nail, their massive wooden beams are held together by ropes, allowing them to flex under the weight of the snow. The attic spaces, warmed by the heat rising from the hearth below, were used for raising silkworms. What makes Gokayama truly special is its authenticity. Because it's harder to get to, it has retained a quiet, peaceful atmosphere that has been lost in more accessible places. Staying overnight in one of the farmhouses, known as a minshuku, is an unforgettable experience. You eat a home-cooked meal around a traditional sunken hearth, listen to the stories of your hosts, and fall asleep to the sound of the wind in the trees. You wake up to a world that feels pure and ancient. Gokayama is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of preserving a way of life that is deeply connected to the land and the seasons. We journey to the outskirts of Kyoto to visit Saihoji, better known as Kokedera, the Moss Temple. Gaining admission here is a ritual. Apply by mail, weeks in advance. First, you participate in Shakyo, tracing Buddhist scriptures. Stepping into the garden is like entering another dimension, a landscape painted in 100 shades of green. Kokedera is a lesson in how restriction can be an act of profound love and protection. It's a hidden gem. Let's leave the temples behind and step onto a path once trodden by samurai, merchants, and feudal lords. We're heading to the Kiso Valley, a deep forested region in the heart of Japan. Here lies a preserved section of the old Nakasendo Highway, one of the 5 major routes that connected Edo, modern-day Tokyo, with Kyoto during the Edo period. While most of the old highway has been paved over, sections of it remain just as they were hundreds of years ago. Our destination is Tsumago-juku, one of the best preserved post towns along this ancient route. It's a place where the clock stopped in the 19th century. Walking into Tsumago is like walking onto a film set, but it's completely real. The town made a collective decision in the 1970s to preserve its historical appearance. Telephone poles and power lines are hidden from view. The dark wooden buildings with their intricate lattice work line a single stone-paved street. There are no garish signs, no modern intrusions. You'll find traditional inns, ryokan, noodle shops, and craft stores that have been run by the same families for generations. You can almost hear the clatter of wooden sandals and the whispers of travelers resting after a long day's walk. The entire town is a living museum. The real magic, however, is found on the trail itself. We're going to walk the 8-kilometer stretch of the Nakasendo that connects Tsumago with its neighboring post town, Magome. This is not a difficult hike, but it is an incredibly atmospheric one. The path takes you through dense forests of cypress and bamboo, past small farms and tumbling waterfalls. You'll encounter sections of original Ishidatami, stone paving laid centuries ago to help travelers navigate the steep sections. Along the way, there are old tea houses where you can rest and imagine the stories these walls have heard over the centuries. It's a journey that connects you directly to Japan's feudal past. What makes this place feel so hidden is its commitment to authenticity. The residents of Tsumago are not just playing a role. They are the guardians of this history. They live by a charter that states no part of the town shall be sold, lent, or destroyed. This dedication is what protects it from the commercialism that has affected other historic sites. Walking the Nakasendo Trail and exploring Tsumago-juku is a chance to experience a piece of Japan that is frozen in time, not by accident, but by the deliberate choice of its people. It's a powerful and moving tribute to their heritage. Okinoshima is a sacred island in the Sea of Japan, considered a Shinto god. Access has been strictly forbidden, especially to women, making it one of Japan's most mysterious places. Strict taboos have created an incredible time capsule. Archaeologists have found thousands of artifacts. This is not a place you can visit, a practice stopped to preserve the island. Okinoshima is protected by faith and tradition, a symbol of Japan's spiritual reverence for nature. It's a reminder that some things are not for consumption, but simply to be respected from a distance. Pack your bags, we're heading to Sado Island off the coast of Niigata. For centuries, this remote island was a land of exile and incredible mineral wealth, creating a fiercely independent culture. We're here for the dramatic coastline and hidden sea caves. We're taking a traditional tugboat called a tarebuni. We're heading for Senkakuon Bay and a hidden sea cave, the Blue Grotto of Sado. As we glide inside, the cave opens into a magnificent cavern, illuminated in an ethereal, brilliant blue light. The effect is breathtaking. Sado Island's isolation has preserved a wildness, and this glowing sea cave is a perfect example of its rugged beauty. We're heading to the Yaeyama Islands, closer to Taiwan than to Tokyo. Our destination is Iriomote. Over 90% of this island is covered in dense jungle and mangrove swamps. This is Japan's version of the Amazon, teeming with life found nowhere else on Earth. We're trading our car for a kayak and paddling up the island's rivers. This place is home to the Iriomote wildcat, one of the most endangered felines in the world. We emerge to find the Pinasara Falls, Okinawa's highest waterfall. Iriomote is a lesson in raw, untouched nature, one of the last true frontiers in Japan. It's a hidden ecosystem, a precious remnant of a Japan you never knew existed. Let's visit Tashirojima, or Cat Island, where cats outnumber residents. Historically, cats protected silkworms from mice and became symbols of luck. Today, hundreds roam free. Cats lounge on the pier and stroll the streets. This is feline territory. The Miori Shrine is dedicated to cats, honoring one killed by a falling rock. They are guardians and the soul of this unique community. The charm lies in the peaceful coexistence between cats and islanders, a relationship built on respect. Cat Island is a testament to the fact that sometimes, the most wonderful hidden places are the ones with the biggest hearts. Our next stop is the Tango Peninsula in northern Kyoto Prefecture. We're visiting Ine, a unique fishing village that appears to float on water. The village is famous for its funaya, or boathouses. These two-story wooden buildings are constructed right on the water's edge. The ground floor serves as a wet dock for fishing boats, while the second floor serves as living quarters. Here, life is intertwined with the sea. The bay is the village's main street. Staying in a funaya, many now small inns, is an immersive experience. Ina remains a hidden gem, protected from mass tourism. It's a living community with an intimate connection to the sea. The sight of the funaya is unforgettable. Now for a coastal location of a very different kind. A place that is not beautiful in the traditional sense but is haunting, powerful, and utterly unforgettable. We are going to Hashima Island, nicknamed Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island. This was once the most densely populated place on Earth. Then the mine was closed and the island was abandoned almost overnight. You are surrounded by a city of crumbling concrete skeletons. The silence is what gets you. It's a ghost town in the truest sense of the word. But this island also holds a dark and controversial history. During World War II, many of the miners were forced laborers. It's a powerful, somber memorial, a chilling and profoundly moving experience that will stay with you long after you've returned to the mainland. We're heading to the most remote inhabited island in the Tokyo administration. This is Aogashima, a volcano within a volcano. Fewer than 200 people live in the village. The only dependable way in and out is a 9-seater helicopter, weather permitting. Life moves at a slow, deliberate pace. The islanders make a living from farming, fishing, and producing special salt using geothermal steam. The landscape is surreal and stunningly beautiful. Aogashima is the ultimate hidden island gem for true adventurers. Forget what you know about Japanese castles. We're heading into the mountains of Hyogo Prefecture to Takeda Castle. What's left are the stone foundations of a fortress abandoned 400 years ago. On autumn mornings, a sea of clouds fills the valley, making the ruins appear to float. It's Japan's Machu Picchu. As dawn breaks, the valley is submerged in clouds known as unkai. The stone walls emerge like a phantom ship. It's a breathtaking spectacle. The local community has preserved the stone foundations, allowing you to walk the paths of samurai. It's where history, nature, and myth converge. It's pure wonder. Let's get off the beaten path and head into the mountains of Gunma Prefecture. We're searching for the ghost of Japan's industrial past, the abandoned USUI line. Our journey starts near the majestic Meganabashi, a stunning piece of Meiji-era architecture. We're climbing onto the viaduct and starting our walk along the old railway line. The Apt Road leads you through a series of dark, damp tunnels. It feels like you're traveling back in time. The abandoned Gunma Line is a beautiful, melancholic monument to a slower age, a truly unique and fascinating journey. Prepare to go subterranean. We're heading to Utsunomiya, to the Oya district. Hidden beneath our feet is a massive, man-made underground cavern, a former stone quarry. It's an epic, jaw-dropping hidden world. For centuries, this area was mined for Oya stone. What the miners left behind is a labyrinthine network of chambers. In recent years, this otherworldly space has been repurposed as a concert hall, a venue for art installations, and even weddings. Exploring its vast, silent halls feels like discovering a secret kingdom. Our next journey takes us to a place that is both deeply sad and strangely beautiful. Nagoro, the Valley of Dolls. The figures you see are not people, but life-size dolls. This is the work of Tsukimi Ayano, who returned to her childhood home to find it a ghost town. To combat the loneliness, she started creating scarecrows in the image of her former neighbors. There are now over 350 dolls, far outnumbering the human residents. Visiting Nagoro is a profoundly moving and slightly unsettling experience. Nagoro is a haunting testament to the power of one person's love for her home. Let's dive back into the city. But we're leaving the gleaming skyscrapers and giant video screens of modern Tokyo behind. In the heart of Shinjuku, one of the city's busiest and most futuristic districts, lies a tiny, ramshackle anomaly. This is Golden Gai, a network of 6 narrow alleyways crammed with over 200 minuscule bars, some so small they can only seat 4 or 5 people at a time. Walking into Golden Gai is like stepping through a time warp into the Showa era, the post-war period when Japan was rebuilding itself. The rickety 2-story wooden buildings are a fire hazard and an architectural miracle, a precious relic of old Tokyo that has somehow survived. These alleys are dark, intimate, and a little intimidating at first. The buildings lean against each other for support, and a tangled web of electrical wires hangs overhead like dense jungle vines. Each tiny bar has a unique theme and character, reflecting the personality of its owner or master. Some are dedicated to punk rock, others to old movies, some to literature or photography. Many have a cover charge and cater to a specific group of regulars, creating a very exclusive, club-like atmosphere. The air is thick with the smell of cigarette smoke, grilled food, and spilled beer, the scent of decades of conversations, arguments, and laughter. For years, Golden Gai was a well-kept secret, a haven for artists, writers, musicians, and filmmakers. It was a place for passionate, intellectual debate and bohemian counterculture. In the 1980s, during Japan's bubble economy, developers and the Yakuza tried to buy out the bar owners and bulldoze the area to build modern, profitable high-rises. The community resisted fiercely. Some owners even slept in their bars in shifts to prevent arson attacks, which were a common tactic to drive people out. Their incredible resilience is the reason this unique piece of Tokyo's soul still exists today, a defiant middle finger to corporate uniformity. While Golden Gai is more well-known now and has become more welcoming to tourists, it still retains its hidden, secretive feel. You have to choose your door carefully. Pushing aside the curtain of a tiny bar and finding a welcoming face inside feels like being accepted into a secret society. You'll sit shoulder to shoulder with a local salaryman, an aspiring musician, and the bar's master, sharing stories over a glass of whiskey. It's a raw, authentic, and intensely human experience that is the complete opposite of the polished, impersonal city outside its borders. Golden Gai is not just a collection of bars, it's a living, breathing museum of Tokyo's cultural history. We're going to a place that thousands of people pass by every day without ever knowing it exists. It's a hidden portal in the middle of one of Tokyo's busiest districts, the Daiichi Keikyu Underpass, better known as the Lantern Tunnel. Finding the entrance is part of the adventure. You have to bend over to walk through the Meiji-era tunnel. The old-fashioned lanterns cast a warm glow, giving it an incredibly atmospheric feel. It's a strangely peaceful and isolating experience. A true urban hideaway. Alright, prepare yourselves. We're diving headfirst into one of Japan's most intense, chaotic, and utterly electrifying traditions. This isn't a quiet, contemplative affair with lanterns and gentle music. This is the Saidaiji Eyo, better known as the Naked Man Festival, held in Okayama on the 3rd Saturday of February. Forget any preconceived notions you might have. This is a 1,000-year-old ritual of purification, luck, and raw, primal energy. For one night, the sacred grounds of Saidaiji Temple are transformed into a seething, steaming mass of humanity. A spectacle of pure, unadulterated chaos that has to be seen to be believed. It's absolutely bonkers, and it's brilliant. The festival reaches its climax at exactly 10 p.m. The temple lights are suddenly extinguished, plunging the entire courtyard into near-total darkness. From a window high above, a priest throws two small, sacred wooden sticks called shingi into the crowd below. This is where it all kicks off. The moment those sticks leave his hand, the thousands of men, clad only in fundoshi loincloths, explode into a frenzy. It's a full-on, no-holds-barred battle. A human scrum of epic proportions. The goal is simple: find and capture one of those shingi. The man who successfully fights his way out of the pack with a sacred stick is blessed with a year of incredible good fortune. Before the main event, the men spend hours purifying themselves in the freezing cold waters of the Yoshi River. This isn't just for show, it's a crucial part of the ritual, meant to cleanse the body and mind before entering the sacred temple grounds. The air is thick with the smell of steam rising from thousands of bodies packed together, the sound a deafening roar of chanting and shouting. It's a visceral sensory overload. You can feel the ground shake. This isn't aggression, it's a powerful communal release of energy, a tradition that has bound the men of this region together for centuries. It is raw, it is real, and it is utterly compelling. The Saidaiji Eyo remains a deeply local affair. While it has gained some international fame, it is not a tourist spectacle. It's a living, breathing piece of cultural heritage, a rite of passage for many young men in Okayama. The festival's raw power and apparent danger have kept it from becoming a polished, commercialized event. It's a tradition kept alive not behind glass in a museum, but in the heart of a chaotic, freezing, and unforgettable night. It's a powerful reminder that some of the most profound traditions are not quiet and reserved, but loud, messy, and vibrantly, intensely alive. A truly wild side of Japan. Now for something completely different. Let's step out of the chaos and into a fairy tale. We're heading to Kita Kyushu on Kyushu Island. Here, hidden in the forested hills, is a private garden that becomes one of the most magical places on Earth. This is the Kawachi Fuji Garden, home to a breathtaking spectacle of nature, a massive walk-through wisteria tunnel. This is a full-body immersion into a cascading canopy of color and fragrance. It's a place that redefines the word beautiful. This garden was their private dream, built and nurtured over decades. Photos of the tunnel went viral and suddenly, the world wanted to see it. To protect the place, the owners instituted a strict reservation system. Now, you must buy a ticket for a specific date and time slot in advance. The garden is a stunning testament to the power of a single family's vision. Let's get our hands dirty. We're traveling to Imba, the heart of the Bison pottery region, one of Japan's 6 ancient kilns. Potters here have used the same clay and wood-firing techniques for over 1,000 years. Bizanyaki is unique, relying on the magic inside the kiln for its beauty. The potters fire their work for up to 2 weeks in traditional climbing kilns. The results are rustic, earthy, and beautifully imperfect. Many will welcome you in, show you their work, and share their passion. Exploring the kilns and talking to the artisans is a chance to touch a piece of Japan's ancient artistic spirit. We're heading back to the spiritual heartland of Japan, to the Kii Peninsula. This region is famous for its Kumano-Kodo pilgrimage trails, but we're here for an event that channels the raw, fiery power of nature and faith. This is the Nachi no Oji Matsuri, or the Nachi Fire Festival, held every year on July 14th. It is one of Japan's most spectacular and sacred rituals, taking place at the Grand Shrine of Kumano Nachi Taisha. The festival is a purification rite, a stunning procession that reenacts the journey of the waterfall gods returning to their home at the magnificent Nachi Falls, one of the tallest waterfalls in Japan. The festival's climax is a breathtaking and honestly slightly terrifying sight. 12 massive portable shrines, or Ogi Mikoshi, each representing one of the waterfall's deities, are carried down the stone steps from the shrine. These Mikoshi are 6 meters tall and decorated with fans and mirrors, shimmering in the sun. But they are not the main event. Their path is purified by 12 men, dressed in traditional white robes, who carry enormous pine torches, or otaimatsu. Each torch weighs over 50 kilograms and is engulfed in raging flames. The men chant and roar as they charge up and down the stone path, swinging the massive torches and sending sparks flying everywhere. The scene is one of controlled chaos and immense spiritual power. The heat from the torches is intense even from a distance. The air fills with the smell of burning pine and the deafening sound of chanting bells and the roar of the flames. The men carrying the torches perform a trial of strength and faith, their movements a wild dance that purifies the path for the gods to descend. The procession makes its way to the base of the Nachi Falls, where the Mikoshi are blessed in its sacred spray. It's a powerful fusion of Shinto and Buddhist beliefs, a celebration of nature worship in its most primal form. This festival remains deeply rooted in its local community and its sacred purpose. While it draws crowds, it is not performed for them. It is performed for the gods. The raw danger and the sheer physical effort involved have kept it authentic and untamed. It's a tradition that has been passed down for over 1,700 years, a fiery spectacle that connects the people to their sacred landscape. Witnessing the Nachi Fire Festival is to feel the pulse of ancient Japan, a place where faith is not just a quiet prayer but a roaring, blazing, and unforgettable trial by fire, a truly powerful experience. Our final stop is a secret hidden in plain sight, a pocket of perfect tranquility tucked away in one of the world's busiest cities. We are in Aoyama, a chic and bustling district of Tokyo known for its high-fashion boutiques and modern architecture. But right here, behind the sleek, contemporary facade of the Nezu Museum, lies a hidden world. This isn't just a small patch of green, it's a vast, traditional Japanese landscape garden, a winding, magical oasis that feels a million miles away from the urban chaos just outside its walls. It's a place that proves you don't always have to travel far to find a hidden wonder. The museum itself, redesigned by the famous architect Kengo Kuma, is stunning, but the garden is the real soul of the place. As you step out of the museum's glass walls, the city disappears. You are immediately enveloped in a lush, rolling landscape of trees, ponds, and moss. A narrow stone path meanders down a hillside, inviting you to explore. The garden is designed to be a journey, with each turn of the path revealing a new view, a tranquil pond filled with colorful koi carp, a collection of ancient stone lanterns and Buddhist statues nestled amongst the trees, and several traditional wooden tea houses scattered throughout the grounds. This garden was the private residence of Keiichiro Nezu, a railway magnate and passionate art collector before World War II. While his house was destroyed in the war, the garden survived. It was his personal sanctuary, a place for contemplation and the appreciation of nature's subtle beauty. That spirit of quiet reflection is still palpable today. As you wander the paths, you find little nooks and benches where you can simply sit and listen to the sound of a small waterfall or the rustle of leaves. It's a garden that encourages you to slow down, to breathe, and to notice the small details. What makes the Nezu garden a true secret is its ability to completely transport you. It's an act of architectural and horticultural magic. The clever design uses the rolling terrain and dense planting to block out the sights and sounds of the city, creating a perfect illusion of being in a remote mountain valley. It's a sanctuary that remains protected by the museum's entrance fee and its unassuming location. For those in the know, it's the perfect antidote to the sensory overload of Tokyo. A place to reset, recharge, and discover a pocket of profound peace hidden in the heart of the metropolis. A true urban gem. So, here we are. We've reached the end of our 30-minute tour. We have traveled the length and breadth of Japan, from icy caves to sweltering jungles. It has been a mad, brilliant, and unforgettable ride through the secret corners of a country that never ceases to amaze. But this isn't really an end, is it? It's a beginning. The real purpose of this journey was to ignite a spark, to plant a seed of curiosity in your mind. This expedition was a starting point, an invitation to begin your own personal adventure. The adventure doesn't stop here. This is where it truly starts. Now you know what's out there. As we look back on all these incredible, disparate places, you might start to see a common thread running through them. From the remote mountain village of Gokayama to the exclusive moss garden of Kokadera, there is a powerful force at play: preservation. These places have remained special precisely because they have been protected. This protection comes in many forms. Sometimes it's geographical, a result of being located in a rugged mountain range or on a remote, hard-to-reach island like Aogashima. The sheer difficulty of getting there acts as a natural filter, keeping the crowds at bay and preserving the location's unique character and pristine environment. But often the preservation is a deliberate human choice. Think of the residents of Tsumago-juku, who made a conscious pact to hide their power lines and forbid the sale of their historic properties. Think of the head priest of Kokadera, who chose to restrict access to save the delicate moss from being loved to death. Or the community of Bison, who refuse to abandon their slow, ancient pottery techniques for faster modern methods. This is not about being difficult or exclusive for the sake of it. It is a profound act of cultural stewardship, a recognition that some things are too precious to be sacrificed at the altar of mass tourism. This commitment to preservation is deeply woven into the Japanese cultural fabric. It's connected to a respect for history, a reverence for ancestors, and the Shinto belief that divinity resides in nature itself. When you see a 1,000-year-old tree wrapped in a sacred rope or a festival that has been performed unchanged for centuries, you are witnessing this principle in action. It's a mindset that understands that value is not always measured in money or visitor numbers. The true value of these places lies in their authenticity, in their ability to provide a genuine connection to Japan's past and its soul. This is what makes them so powerful. So, the secret to why these hidden gems endure is a combination of geography and guts. The natural isolation provides the opportunity, but it's the willpower of the local communities and custodians that seals the deal. They are the guardians of these secrets. They are the ones who have resisted the easy path of commercialization in favor of protecting something they hold sacred. Their dedication is the reason we can still experience these places as they were meant to be experienced, as quiet, powerful, and authentic corners of a truly remarkable country. It's a lesson in the importance of protecting what truly matters. Now, I'm turning the camera back on you. This whole journey has been leading up to this point. I've shown you what's possible. I've given you a glimpse behind the curtain. The rest is up to you. I want to challenge you. The next time you plan a trip, whether it's to Japan or anywhere else in the world, dare to be different. Look at the map and find the empty spaces. Read about a local legend and try to find the place it talks about. Ask a local for their favorite spot, not the one they send all the tourists to. Be an explorer, not just a tourist. That is the real essence of adventure. You don't need to be a professional adventurer with a TV crew to do this. You just need a healthy dose of curiosity, and a willingness to be a little uncomfortable. It might mean getting on the wrong train, trying to communicate with hand gestures, or eating something you can't identify. These are not failures. They are the building blocks of a great travel story. The best memories are never made when everything goes perfectly to plan. They are made in the moments of spontaneity, in the unexpected discoveries, and in the happy accidents that happen when you step off the well-trodden path. Of course, with the privilege of exploration comes a great responsibility. When you do find these hidden places, you must treat them with the utmost respect. Remember the common thread we just talked about? These places are special because they are preserved. Don't be the person who ruins it. Follow the rules, especially in sacred sites. Be quiet and observant. Support the local communities by buying their crafts or eating in their small restaurants. Leave no trace. Your goal should be to leave a place as good as or even better than you found it. Be a guardian, not a conqueror. So I urge you to start planning, start dreaming. Do your research, but leave room for magic to happen. Learn a few words of the local language. Pack a good pair of walking shoes and an open mind. The world is full of hidden wonders, and Japan has more than its fair share. The floating castle, the secret tunnels, and the forgotten villages are all out there, waiting for you. The only thing separating you from them is a decision. The decision to be curious. The decision to explore. Go on. What are you waiting for? And with that, our time is up. We've journeyed far and wide, and I want to thank you for coming along for the ride. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to be your guide through the secret heart of Japan. Sharing these incredible places, these stories, and these moments of wonder with you has been a fantastic experience. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I hope you feel inspired, excited, and maybe even a little bit more in love with the sheer depth and beauty of this incredible country. It's a place that gets under your skin in the best possible way. This show, this journey is all about connection. It's about connecting you with the world in a way that feels real and raw. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into Japan's hidden gems, then do us a massive favor. Like this video, leave a comment below and tell me which of these spots blew your mind the most. Or better yet, tell me about a hidden spot you've discovered somewhere in the world. And of course, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We have so many more adventures planned, so many more secrets to uncover, and I don't want you to miss a single one of them. Remember, the world is a big, beautiful, and complicated place. It's easy to get stuck in our own little bubbles. But travel, exploration, and learning about other cultures, that's the antidote. It broadens our horizons, it challenges our assumptions, and it reminds us that we are all part of something much bigger. So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep being curious. Whether it's in your own backyard or on the other side of the planet, there are always new things to discover. Stay hungry for adventure, stay open to new experiences. Thank you again for joining me on this incredible expedition. It has been an absolute blast. Until our next journey, stay safe, stay curious, and never ever stop exploring. The world is waiting.